Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the touchdown pass last drive to George Kittle. See what they can do here as they start out 1st and 10.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Man left. 4 down.
Throwing to start the drive. Gray steps away to his left. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 79 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Just an unbelievable start. Less than a minute in, they're already up 2 touchdowns.
You talk about getting out of the gate fast. I mean, beyond fast. That's warp speed, isn't it? To jump up with 2 scores like that in less than a minute's time, your confidence has to be elevated.
I haven't even found the right height for my chair yet. I'm still adjusting.
You mean you found a way to sit down?
I did, yeah.
Wow, you're quick.
At least I got that accomplished.
I'm still standing watching this occur.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He's thrown a couple of touchdown passes already in this first quarter. Throwing to start the drive. Gray. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports.
Let's go. Bronco 80.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Gray. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Gray now to throw on 2nd down. This one caught by Kittle. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another.
Touchdown! Deebo Samuel. 62 yards. And the Niners will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field.
Here we go. 60 Eagle. Hustle.
Here's Gray throwing on 1st down. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk down the right sideline. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Niners have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter, and Charles. San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
Double tight. We got four. We got four.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. They can't tackle him. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
And 60 bison. 60 bison. Double tight.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. So the victory here for San Francisco, and of course this is a win they're going to hang their hat on. They go on the road and defeat the defending Super Bowl champs.
Partner, they came, they saw, they conquered.
They conquered.
But before all that happened with the conquering part, they believed. They thought it all week. It was evident when
in peace. I'm really just getting started. You've only witnessed the tease. 10,000 steps ahead as I choke on it. 2017 was my moment of truth. I was a year away from not being known as a youth. Approaching manhood. Peach fuzz covered my chin. Even then I would leave rap going with the wind. I'm not a Muslim, so why would I lie or pretend? I'm not too good at following trends. I am the trend. I am the truth. I am the God. I am the Zen. There is no way around it. Just make amends. These flows are coated golden. If you then I must be the cold and exploding what the commode is. Real soon they're gonna have to mention Mr. Clay the magician with the greatest of Drizzy, Drakes, and Wheezies, Andres and Jiggers, Pac, Biggie and Nas, Face Mob, Easy and Raekwon. It's easy to say these things looking for clout, but this is non-fiction. The proof's in the pudding, it's none missing. You and your opinion, you can stick that up your... I jumped to touch the sky and landed on planet Uranus. Houston, we got a problem. No need to look for solutions. I'm stacking Eisenhowers. Deceased presidents in the wall in my residence as I increase stepping on balling forever while kissing the sweet melanin of a broad that I met in the Netherlands. Address me as Marcus Clay, the developing veteran. That's why I got no time to sleep. I gotta creep the late night to get this cake to bake right. I'm thinking real estate licenses. I've seen multiple moments of indecisiveness. I got scars on my back that resemble tiger slits. When it's all said and done, I'll be one of the greatest you know. The only one left like a by the Uno. But who knows what the future holds. My moving stupid. Most of you do it for the internet, and I'm not into that. And that's the disconnect. Comparing me to these rappers, disrespect. Who's the best MC? Cole, Kendrick, and me?
Tonight, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers.
Come on. Set Cougar 19. Better bring it. You better bring it.
Back to throw is Gray. Throwing to start the drive. Flush to his right. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Being chased out left. And some room to work. Down the left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So he wanted to pass it, but that thing turned out much better.
And the crowd really responded, didn't they? They always like it better when the quarterback who's scrambling around actually takes off and runs downfield. And that's exactly what he did.
We're scoreless after one.
Ready to win. Let's go.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the 49ers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10.
Ready up. Mike, 46.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Throwing to start the drive. Gray.
Let's pick the mirrors back and go full strip.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So, Charles, you know, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season, because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
Well, we're in the latter
Excellent games
stages
in the
of
late
the
afternoon
season.
window
Everybody's
as
getting
well.
antsy,
One
so
being
antsy
out
that we're
in
going to
Los
skip
Angeles,
the halftime
where it'll be the Rams
and get
taking
ready
on
for the
the
third
Arizona
quarter.
Cardinals. And lastly, in the national game on Sunday night, definitely one to tune in for, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. 46 to minus.
Off play action. Gray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Check butt set. Check butt set.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now. He's back to throw.
They're not ready for this, man.
Escaping the pressure right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Let's go, man.
And what a big play, because now you're guaranteed at least a shot at extending this one. He had the 40-yard line picked out as his bare minimum to give them some kind of a game-tying attempt, and he got there. Excellent determination on that scramble, and it might just help him snatch away a victory.
Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
They'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
That's taking a big risk at this late stage. They're not thinking field goal, though. They wanted to leave no doubt on that one. So they took the shot at the end zone, but it winds up incomplete.
Back to throw. This for all the marbles. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, but they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
This one came right down to the wire, and CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
I count this money, then I count my blessings. If I ever took an L, then it stood for lesson. I'm the one, ain't no second guessing. Tried to dim my light, but my soul fluorescent. Wait, I tried to stay, but depressing. I even prayed to God, he ain't get the message. I'm living in the present, they gon' feel my presence. You can't dim my light, cause I'm luminescent. I rose from the ashes of the section. I seen a stranger in my own reflection. I point the in my own direction. I would've did it for my own protection. Keep debating about the go. I'm the one like 2, 3, 4, 5.
Today, from Los Angeles, California, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Come on, set. Cougar 19.
Looking to throw. Gray. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play there for the Niners. And even 60 yards.
I've heard of quick strike offenses, but this is taking that to the extreme. I mean, the very first snap of the ball game, normally you're thinking, let's get our quarterback comfortable and get him into the flow of the game, but not here. They come out attacking from the outset, and it pays off in a big way.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
He polished off that fine opening drive by keeping it himself on the touchdown run, and they'll look to do it again here, 1st and 10.
Set up. 70 Lion. 54. Line 54. Check that out. Check out.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. We know he's got the arm, but watch out for those wheels.
Kind of harkens back to guys they used to call the scrambler and the dodger. This guy can make it work with his legs.
Field opened up. He took advantage. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be second down. So, CD, here we are. You look at how well this offense has played all year, 16-0. Now, in most years, they'd be at home right now enjoying time off for their perfect season, getting ready for the postseason. But this is the decade of the 2020s, so that means 17 games are what's needed to get through a perfect season. Would a win here make them an all-timer for you?
It would. It absolutely would. And I realize we're not comparing apples to apples because of the length of regular seasons. But if you think back to the 1972 Dolphins, they were 14-0 in the regular season. 3 wins made them a...
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Now Gray, off play action. Ayuk bringing it in on the crossing route here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
Play action here on the first play from scrimmage. They want to see how the linebackers are going to react. Are they looking to stop the run? Or are they going to sit back in coverage? A really nice job there of going in attack mode early, and they pick up a quick first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54.
Ayuk going to go in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. A little juke. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Gray off the play fake. Deebo Samuel, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, 30 yards. And the Niners, on the final play of the third quarter, have taken the lead. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game.
Here we go, Shaq. Cowboy 80.
54. Mike, 54. Good, good, good. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Off the play fake. Gray. Pass complete. Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
All 3 timeouts remain. How much that'll matter remains to be seen. It's 1st and 10.
53 is the Mike.
Here it comes.
Operating from the gun. Gray taking a shot for Samuel. And this is caught. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers.
Come on, set! Cougar 19! It's been a long day for you. 53's the block. Go!
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for San Francisco, they finish off a perfect regular season, 17-0. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, it will indeed be a 10-loss season as they wrap up 7-10. And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Southern California, so long, everybody.
Yeah. Run that back,
I fell
Turbo.
deep down in that mud, baby, now I'm climbing out. They think it'll be us when they finding out. I be taking straight losses, like what you crying about? I done put blood, sweat, and tears in, that's what I'm dying about. Know it costs to live this life, boy, ain't no signing out. Them boy can't eat on my team, they gotta stay for round. They gon' be talking loud, block out the south. Gotta know who gon' get it done, whether we home or out of town. In the state gon' run them down.
Yeah, back in my bag again. I started rapping to jump out of. Oh yeah, my daddy's son. Around that time I was on my grind trying to change where my mama lived. But that was for us, this ain't for me. I ain't never had ill intent. I do what it take to win. I came first place again. I'm coming too hard, know they won't see me fall. I ain't never gonna let them win. I've been on my grind, but man, I don't skate. I'm putting up race. I ain't doing no days, no, they couldn't relate. Can't even touch for my heart in the safe. I'm trying to get out the hood to the lake. I'm with the crib with the leg in the back. QB sneaky, getting attacked. Go through the hole like cat in the hat. This a Hellcat, this ain't no scat. Doing a dash, you know what I mean? Doing my big one, letting them see it. And I'm gonna put on for my whole team.
Been a problem my whole life. Mama love when I'm living right. Daddy raised me survive and fight. Now they watching me on prime time. Now they watching me on prime time. Now they watching me on prime time. Been a problem my whole life. Mama love when I'm living right. Daddy raised me survive and fight. Now they watching me on prime time.
Yeah.
Now they watching me on prime time.
No question. Look. No question, they wanna see a demise. Eastside just too fast, yeah, I kill him in stride. I love all my haters, they concealing their pride. Went from humble beginners to numerous winners. I took a few losses, you know I'm here to still got chicken to fry. Know some people out here picking a side. Know I'm out here picking a lot. Watching the fakes, watching the stakes, slither, striking the time. TDE, it's the family, we them dominant dogs. Top tiering, when them comments involved, we out for it all. Rock solid, he ain't dropping the ball. Prime time, who want it with us? Got clarity, longevity, like bust and bust. Got too far and it's the starving, this and that's a no-no. If I'm hungry, then I'm hunting, always on the go-go.
Been a problem my whole life. Mama love when I'm living right. Daddy raised me survive and fight. Now they watching me on prime time. Now they watching me on prime time. Now they watching me on prime time. Been a problem my whole life. Mama love when I'm living right. Daddy raised me survive and fight. Now they watching me on prime time. Now they watching me on prime time. Now they watching me on prime time. Now they watching me on prime time.
I went out and got everything on my own. Please don't try to give me no advice. Where was your 2 cents and we was down bad broke and my mama couldn't keep on the light. No cat or no dog, we sleeping with mice. Beans and weenies, we gon' change our life. I was grinding every night. By the ring that I'm just trying to get it. Championship, I'm trying to win it. All these racks, I gotta spin it. All my whips be limo. You ain't with my squad and mind your business. Everything we start, we finish. Watch I work the hardest with it. Tongue out like I'm Jordan. Without me change my name. Dog days went through pain. Them hard days I wouldn't change. It's the reason I'm still in the game. It's the reason I'm stacking this change. It's the reason I'm chasing this ring. It's the reason I'm still in my lane. It's the reason I'm never gonna change my heart in the game.
Can I talk my?
Come on,
That other side.
the Oakley way.
Hey.
C5.
Can't nobody do me like I do me. And I don't care to be nobody else cause I'm unique. I'm fine with me. I am God and God is me. Dream so big might die in my sleep. And I ain't running from it. It's only a loss if you ain't learned nothing from it. I turned to a boss. Remember I was under budget. Now I pay the staff off and fly 'em to another country. It's for the love of the game, never for the love of money. But don't get it twisted, still clocking big digits. On Rodeo, big spending. All the cribs luxury. I can't recall the last time I did this. Just big business. All my deals 6 figures and up. When you get it out the mud, it hit different. You should sell when the cops came, we hit fences. Now I'm blowing smoke out the country with 2 thick. I'ma take them both back to the pit.
Tonight, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt, now in year number 6.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Woo-hoo.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Gray now on first down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And a good job there getting to him quickly after the catch as he's brought down right at the midfield stripe. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
This is caught inside the 15. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Mike 20.
They'll look to throw again. Buying time to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half. And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see. Here's Gray on 1st and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, 49ers. Danny Gray as the first half is winding down. And the Niners will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really...
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with the first.
Go! Viking 18! 56.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you eastward to our look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Back to throw. Gray. Connects with Kittle underneath. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8.
56 the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Operating from the gun. Gray. Steps away to his left. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So, boy, that's already the third they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Back to throw is Gray on 3rd down. Being chased out left. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on 3rd down, doesn't find anyone open, tucks it away, takes off, and picks up the first down. Not by a little, but by plenty.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. A beautiful fake. And he will have a Niners first down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, Cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's make these hustle.
This is Samuel. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time. Now,
Hey, used to have a silver tooth and I was just a pup, yeah. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the pumps. I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. Got a shorty clean the fitness, I'm a diamond and to run it back. Used to have a silver tooth but I was just a pup. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. I let shorty clean the fitness, I'm a diamond and to run it. First order of biz, no snitch, and I try to keep it silent, but the kids don't listen. Birthday, got another hit, no flinch, and I tell them send a watch that I can fit both wrists. She on the class trying to get a bigger. She think I'm a last cause I got a pass with her. And I ain't trying to let her down, but I'm not. If you was trying to settle down, get a fact. Song pull up in the city with a nice jump. Lights off, lights on. Chinese throw the chicken, need a wipe to throw the rice on. Pull up double park with all the ice on. Pick 'em like, she running up, she one of them. She pay a bill, she it up. 52nd Street, I double down, then I doubled up. 2023 and I'm the only coming up, yeah.
Can't stop till we all up in. I drop with the whole world sing. Rock when I do like this, it's the big black dog.
Hey, used to have a silver tooth and I was just a pup, yeah. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the pumps. I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. Got a shorty clean the pendants, I'm a diamond in the rough.
24 karat VVs in the stars. Rings going off like Michael with the club. Only one mobbing with designers in the thugs. When we shop at Rick on, bring a bottle full of couple platinum records later, still I got the game locked. Come on, lines fresher than Tory Lane's pop. Who got his swerve and is missing every raindrop? Hit him with the then they get their brain swap. Walk around like I'm nigga with the diamonds in the clock. You ain't walking on these, I got diamonds in my socks. Might be funny like I'm Biggie, but I'm riding like I'm Pop. I'm the king of your city, give a about your block. Lights on, lights off. Go on, twerk it if you know that off. Deep dive and get lost. Go on, turn up if you know that you the boss.
Hey, used to have a silver tooth and I was just a pup, yeah. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the pumps. I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. Got a shorty clean the pendants, I'm a diamond and to run it back. Used to have a silver tooth but I was just a pup. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. I let shorty clean the pendants, I'm a diamond and to run.
It's a sweet, what? It's a sweet, yeah. What? Acting like we ain't the ones, man. Talk is cheap. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweet, get that boy out of there. It's a sweet, get that boy out of there. We ain't playing no games, we playing for keeps. Yeah. It's sweet. It's my time, I know Patty Philippe. They was yapping, I don't hear a peep. Yeah, I step through that spot, I don't creep. Yeah, we ain't on none of that. Can't call it lucky, I give it my all every day of the week. You know what I'm on. I see a crowd at the bottom, ain't with that, I climb to the peak. Don't ride no red, but they know what I'm on, they address me as chief. I be dripping waters like a reef, slid off with the bag, but I ain't no thief. It's a sweet, they ain't even have a chance. I've been locked on that cash in a trance. Hit the end zone and do my little dance. Yeah, your chick blowing kisses like lambs. Just go tell your mans. It's a sweet. What? It's a sweet. Yeah. What? Acting like we ain't the ones, man. Talk is cheap. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweet. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweet. Get that boy out of there. We ain't playing no games, we playing for keeps. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweep, do my dance, Mr. Clean. Game nice, but I play it so mean. Front line, I'm protecting the team. John Madden, yeah, I boom with the scheme. Dream chasing, I've been chasing the dream. Paper chasing, I just made it my thing. Got the bag, I just need me a ring. GMF, hold it down for the team. It's a sweep, right? Shout out to Jokic, I'm locked in. Man, I swear that I'm focused. He toes up in the drip, I bet they didn't notice. Air Force Ones got me walking like POTUS. God's child, so I know that I'm chosen. Drake with me, man, I feel like DeRozan. Left and right wrist equally frozen. All four pockets equally swollen. It's a sweet. What? It's a sweet. Yeah. What?
man, talk is cheap. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweep. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweep. Get that boy out of there. We ain't playing no games, we playing for keeps. Yeah. It's bag season, I'ma post like a sinner. Diamond chains and a mink in the wind. All these rings on, you can tell I'm a winner. I'm a walking bucket like that boy out in dim. Got the pink slip for these whips, ain't no rental. Steady breaking records, give them something to remember. Money, power, and respect is so simple. What separate good and great is they mental. It's a sweep. What? It's a sweep. Yeah. What? Acting like we ain't the ones, man, talk is cheap. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweep. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweep. Get that boy out of there. Hey, we ain't playing no games, we playing for keeps.
Yes, sir, it's a sweep. We the midweek. I tend to smile VVS on my teeth. Money made rather I'll never be beat. Got rid of Bronco, got SOTG. Deep in that jungle, came out with a meat. Got a track like got 2K on my feet. Slide with the bros, I don't care what you think. 17 flash, gonna go in a blink. Hey, hey. Wrist got no thirst, like what do you drink? Last of the real, yeah, my kind be extinct. Bad little G used to drink from the sink. Whoa, whoa. No TLC, I'm too lit, we can't creep. Flight to Miami, I stay with that heat. Hopped on the jet, cause it's a
sweep. What? It's a sweep. Yeah. What? Acting like we ain't the ones, man, talk is cheap. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweep. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweep. Get that boy out of there. We ain't playing no games, we playing for keeps. Yeah. It's a sweep. What? It's a sweep. Yeah. What? Acting like we ain't the ones, man, talk is cheap. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweep. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweep. Get that boy out of there. We ain't playing no games, we playing for keeps. Yeah.
Can I talk my?
Come on.
That other side.
The Oakland way.
Hey.
C5.
Can't nobody do me like I do me. And I don't care to be nobody else cause I'm unique. I'm fine with me. I am God and God is me. Dream so big might die in my sleep. And I ain't running from it. It's only a loss if you ain't learned nothing from it. I turned to a boss. Remember I was under budget. Now I pay the staff off and fly them to another country. It's for the love of the game, never for the love of money. But don't get it twisted, still clocking big digits. On Rodeo, big spending. All the cribs luxury. I can't recall the last time I did dishes, big business. All my deals 6 figures and up. When you get it out the mud, it hit different. Used to sell when the cops came, we hit fences. Now I'm blowing smoke out the country with 2 thick. I'ma take them both back to the penthouse and get. That's how it's supposed to be. Life is beautiful, I'm doing won't believe. Flew out to Colombia and brought me home some. Used to be the underdog, now they book me overseas. And I don't wanna be nobody else, nigga. Do me like I do me. And I don't care to be nobody else cause I'm unique. I'm fine with me. I am God and God is me. Dream so big might die in my sleep, but I ain't running from it. It's only a loss if you ain't learned nothing from it. I turned to a boss, remember I was under budget. Now I pay the staff off and fly them to another country. It's for the love of the game, never for the love of money. I used to wanna be like Wayne. I used to wanna be like Nip with the Cuban link chain. I used to rap like Jay, trying to make me a name. Now all I do is C5, and I'ma stay in my lane. I could do anything I put my mind to, that's facts. I wanna be a so I start. I like, so I went on and start flipping packs. I heard the drought 3 and said, dog, I'm a rap. I did that, superseded expectation. I refuse to settle for anything less than greatness. I'm the hottest rapper on the West, let's just face it. So put that pride to the side, then let's get paper. Can't nobody do me like I do me. And I don't care to be nobody else cause I'm unique. I'm fine with me, I am God and God is me. Dream so big might die in my sleep, but I ain't running from it. It's only a loss if you ain't learned nothing from it. I turned to a boss, remember I was under budget. Now I pay the staff off and fly them to another country. It's for the love of the game, never for the love of money.
Bars. C5. Just incredible. Hunger Flow 2. It's easy.
Incredible.
Just like I've been smooth for so long, I'm trying to get rough. Buffing my nails, dog, I'm trying to get buff. Shaping my beard up, I'm liking the scruff. The hills, cause I'm living my life in the cut. Can't imagine that I'm gonna meet my wife in the club. We gon' see though, I feel like she more of a CEO. Or maybe she doing volunteer work in Rio. It's not like I need her, but I would love to meet her. Another day, another dollar, another phone with another feature. I don't play goalie, but I'm my brother's keeper. Surrounded by family, I'm not with other people. They say I got my pop's demeanor and mother's features. The garden's still private as ever. The gang thriving together, your boys striving to be the most dominant ever. The hardest white boy since the one who rapped about vomiting sweaters and hold the comments. Cause I promise you I'm honestly better than whoever came to your head right then. They ain't cut from the same thread like him. They don't study doing work to get ahead like him. They don't toss and turn in the bed like him. Cause they don't love it, they don't love it. 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 I've been laid back so long, I'm trying to get turned. Searching my name, dog, that's how you get hurt. Being likable, I'm trying to be unbreakable. I just realized that this whole game is takeable if I want it. And I do, yes, I want it. I don't care how you feel about it, I do what I want it. I used to look up to the people that I'm moving in front of. It's not that crazy anymore, my city used to a come up. Bryce and Jack G, James is up next. The rest is up to me, these lames is upset. My peers get upstage, the fans are obsessed. My city is upcoming, its people are oppressed. And I'm gonna change things. I'm up at Carmichael's trying to get on the same page. I heard about the rapper that you claim was a mainstay. They had a nice run, but they never gonna maintain because they don't love it, 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 they don't love it.
Teachers, we selling slavery sentences. My Twitter feed never mention these feeding our children. These but in the mentions with rappers ain't worth a mention. These getting attention for selling ignorant. I believe in black and I can see the rap. And I believe in cap and I agree with cap. I believe in rap. I believe that I'm that.
Came a long way.
Tonight, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's the NFC Championship game.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
And we talked about it last week, the pressure of not just playing in the playoffs and now in the championship game as they try to close out a perfect 19-0 season. Of all the games they've played, though, this year, this is far and away the toughest one. If they find a way to win it, guess what the next one will be? The toughest one they've played. That's what happens when you have a perfect record on the line.
Now Gray, throwing on first down. Flushed out right. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
Escaping the pressure right. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
We're scoreless after one. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Gray. That's caught downfield by Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 44 yards. And the 49ers have struck first in this NFC title game. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. Throwing to start the drive. Gray. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 75 yards. And the 49ers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the touchdown pass. Throwing to start the drive. Gray winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 53 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
I smell fear in that offense.
Gray on first down. Dancing to his left. And running with power here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Go! Viking 18! Here we go, here we go! On the ball!
Now here's the former Panther. Had some great years with him. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Back to throw. Gray. Got a man. That's Ayuk. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Looking to throw. Gray. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Niners are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
No. Davis from the top rope. I like it. The Niners set to take over on offense. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop.
On the set. 5-7. Squeeze, squeeze, double, double. Double tight, guys, double tight. Everyone come forward.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he will have a Niners 1st down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the 2nd half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory. Moving on to the Super Bowl.
I only hope that these players understand exactly who is behind that trophy. George S. Hallis.
shoes and picking a slack now. Spend most of my days thinking if I would ever live inside the background. Now I pull strings, they out to get me another day, another man down. I'm picking my shoes, I'm picking the litter, I'm pushing the limit, I'm picking the slack now. The glitters ain't gold, look around where we roam through. In the land of the broken, it's a lot we was prone to. Quicker sand was engulfing, but intact with my soul. Been dispatched, I'm evolving, searching for solitude. While most fold, I'm comic composed. Stop the politicking with no, they voters is froze. I'm often hit with the 50s, I can't be product and system. I pray to God, no, he listen, won't seal my fate with some kisses. Nah, cause we ain't got time to keep off our toes. The type of vigor make you consider throwing the towel. I'm in the mood to make y'all remember going to proud. Sharpen my sword, declaring the war on foes and cows, yeah. So pass me the torch, thrones and crowns. It's the voice of the future.
Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. 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 I ain't got it, but they hands to the ceiling. I ain't palm reading, but I got 'em in they feelings. Yeah. Ain't vanilla ice, but I'm iced out chillin'. Was the good guy till they made me the villain. Was gonna get a room, but they gave me a villa. I got Game Sports Center. 20 bands for the dinner. 20 dips in a sprinter. What's a 2 up, 2 up, 2 up, 2 up? Never been afraid to play my cards. What's a risk to a winner? Barely hang out with these days. What's a lame to a real one? Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad.
Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. Super Bowl 59.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Set. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Gray now. Off play action. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 23 yards, the final tally.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from a yard out. And the Niners are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet.
Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Here's Gray on 1st and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Roll, roll, roll. Kill.
Back to throw. Gray. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Jeffrey Simmons just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you on one of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And through one half at least, this Super Bowl has been everything it was cracked up to be. All tied. What's your key for them, Charles, in the second half?
Simplicity, partner, because in the Super Bowl, with the extra time at halftime, I think some staffs get caught up in trying to design too many things. It's all tied up. They have to remember what they did to get here, put that back into play here in the second half, and I think they'll be all right.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking. Now Mike Vrabel unsure of that last call. He's going to throw out the red flag. Did he keep?
Come on now, let's go.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Back to throw is Gray. Throwing on first down. Connects with Kittle underneath. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A throw over the middle taken in. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
70 Lion. We ain't giving up nothing today. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Back to throw again. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So, boy, that's already the third they've burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. Again, he'll drop to throw. His pass caught at the 4. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal. An entire season coming down to this next quarter. 3 in the books here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the fourth and final quarter. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario.
And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take...
Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins.
Now Gray, throwing to start the drive. He'll get this to his tight end, Latu. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL. San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
On the ready. 33. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Let's put him on.
Gray on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Tense moments in overtime of a Super Bowl. Remember, a touchdown doesn't yet clinch it as they come up on second down. Forced out to his left. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A nice start for them here to overtime, and maybe the plan here is don't do anything too crazy. Don't try for some big play, Charles. Just move the chains, put the pressure on the defense.
Well, these early first downs are certainly nice confidence builders as they begin overtime, because even though you've just played 4 quarters, the feeling's entirely different when you take the field in OT, because you just want to settle in, as you suggested, keep the ball moving, and rely on your opponent to make that first big mistake.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And a timeout now here in overtime with 4 seconds remaining. They are into field goal range, but definitely thinking touchdown as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Gray, flush to his right. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 1 overtime, how about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that 2nd overtime in just a moment. Well, if you like drama, especially in the biggest of all games, we are back for the 2nd overtime now in the Super Bowl. They'll come out in the pistol. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Things now, Charles, looking pretty good here. A great opportunity to try to cash in for 6 on the opening possession of overtime.
And what I'm liking, Brandon, is what I see down.
And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Come on, D. Mike 56, Mike 56. They can't hang with us.
Throwing to start the drive. Gray. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught.
Just straight money right there. The biggest drive of the game, a chance to win it in overtime. If they've been saving that play.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field.
On the double. 56. Mike's 56. So don't say nothing.
Gray now on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. It got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least 1 more OT to decide it after this. I think we can safely call this one of the greatest games ever played as we now head to a 3rd overtime of this Super Bowl. 1 or 2 more big plays could get him in position for a game-winning field goal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is caught. And he's into the end zone. Move over, James White. You've got a new rival for best finish to a Super Bowl ever. And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. And what a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gunn signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.
First off, my name Toad, but it's really Tobe Chuku. Got a BM that keep my season, that keep me fruitful. Grew up wearing platinum FUBU on the Southwest, eating fufu. And the hammer that I keep don't come with nails. Look, I ain't know who Bill Burr was until I met the man. Half my married to the street without a wedding band. I done peeped that all these rappers won't be secondhand. My pop said I'd be broken, barely eat. I should've bet the man. Yeah, cause I'm way, way, way up. Long ways from the days I evade valet stores. Couldn't pay nowadays. All the cake I make us is enough to buy about 100 trucks from Mercedes. I resage Chukwueze, then my babies. Label hit be trying to sway me. Pay me. Wrote the game 2020, you can see it plainly. Can't nobody play me. I kill everything innately. At the helm of the mothership of drip, you can see me leaking. Shh, be quiet, a real speaking. Voice of God, every word I jot. Feel the spirit breathing. Best new artist, but the way I cook, very seasoned. Everything around me moving, like bachata. Usher told me do it my way. Frank Sinatra. Been a shotter, been locked in with my katas. Now I got them raving how I'm big on lines. Hello, Denata. Sheesh. On God, I'm a dog, bro. Need a clergy collar, dodging fleas from you, dog. Adversely, I affect a demon with this God flow. Then put out my queen and yell out bravo. Yeah, we on baby number quattro. Yeah, my whole crib look like a art show. Yeah, pockets on avocado. I'm like a bird, let me fly away. Nelly Furtado, bye.
Listen, the past bananas, but I haven't seen it. You thought it was over, you bragging ignorance, you lack the vision. I'm sacrilegious, I feel my ratchets, you ever offended. My clearly cracked the mission with crass intentions. You may have given them credit so they can save now. This ain't the end and you might as well go and lay down. Make way to witness the heights are going, I'm paid down. You pray for distance with guys like me, it's too late now. Preparation means opportunity, no? Being great, that's ambiguity, no? Too much at stake for your foolery, is it though? Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, did you know? What have I done? What are my motives? What am I thinking? What are you thinking? What's to be done? Who needs a motive? I won't be defeated. They don't want to see it, don't want to believe it, but no one won't stop to the most uneven. I'm close to achieving my goals. I'm needing to show them everything that I believe in.
I ain't here to fight, Phil.
I got everything to lose.
Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need those.
I ain't playing by the rules. I ain't playing with you. Show you what these hands are doing. I ain't playing with you. Keep playing, I'ma show you what these hands are doing. Hold up. Beautiful tragedies happen, one for the eating, and no umbrella can shelter the way I storm on your weekends. I'm not interested, I wanna form an allegiance. I'm simply captivated on how you mourn my achievements. One screw away from feeling I'm gonna lose it. So who's to blame if I cultivated a movement? Stupid claims I'm a lunatic and I'm clueless, but you'll rule the day when I'm doing this for amusement. Preparation means opportunity, yes. Being great as ambiguity, yes. Too much at stake for your foolery, this a test. Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, I ain't stressed. You gonna stop me? Well, ain't that so? Ain't nothing gonna block me from the pain I know. You have no other choice but to watch me reap the flames I grow. You probably think that I'm ungodly, but I ain't that though.
But I ain't here to fight fair.
I got everything to lose.
Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need those.
I ain't playing by the rules. I ain't playing with you. Show you what these hands are doing. I ain't playing with you. Keep playing, I'ma show you what these hands are doing. We ain't even. Man, submit when you daydreaming. Came needing to eat, I ain't eating in 8 weeks. And my mouth's watering like I stay teething. You can't reason with the animal that's loose and my brain's tweaking.